Good afternoon, and welcome to this episode of the Diary of a Lawyer, where I'm just quickly going to talk about the recent ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court in relation to a case in Alabama, where in a vote of 5-4, they ruled that the map that was drawn by the Republicans needs to be redrawn, and this has caused widespread commentary, to say the least, that this could effectively hand Democrats a potential boost in the 2024 congressional race. And the court ruled in favor of black voters who challenged a Republican drawn electoral map, and which is according to the court, that violated the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which prohibits racial discrimination. And that means that Alabama has to redraw its 7 House districts so that 2 would contain black majorities or near majorities, up from 1 now. Now, the Cook Report, a non-partisan electoral analysis group in Washington, say that 2 congressional seats in Alabama and 2 in Louisiana were now toss-ups, quote unquote, meaning either party could prevail, and all 4 seats had been considered solidly Republican. Now, the organization also said that the competitive seat in North Carolina now favored Democrats. At the moment, Republicans narrowly control the House with a tiny majority of 222 to 212, and the ruling could favor swinging the chamber back to the Democrats in the 2024 election. But Republicans say that would not affect their majority, and they add that the Democrats' transparent political strategy to rig the game is to sue till it's blue, said a spokesperson for the Republicans, quote unquote, which is a bizarre threat. However, the lone Democrat in Alabama's congressional delegation told reporters that she expected the state will now redraw its districts before the 2024 election, and some reliably Democratic voters will likely get shifted from her district to the new seat. And she concludes that this is a small price to pay to get fair representation in the state of Alabama. Now, the wider context is that around this time last year, the Supreme Court made a series of controversial decisions changing settled law, such as in the case of the abortion case, Roe v. Wade, voting, guns legislation, which seriously questions and dented its legitimacy. In addition to the questions swirling over the receiving of various gifts by Thomas, the Bush-appointed judge, from a number of either Republican-leaning or Republican donors. And so, in a series of those decisions, plus the things swirling around Thomas, among other issues, it appears that the Supreme Court, in some of the cases made, such as the one around the union, is trying to uplift and retain its legitimacy, especially given that now there's a majority of 6-3 Republicans to Democrats. It was the last bastion of widely respected U.S. democracy, and that is increasingly becoming tarnished for all the reasons stated. However, such decisions like this rather uplift its legitimacy, and we shall see how this evolves. And so there we shall leave it on this episode of the Diary of a Lawyer. Thanks for listening, and we shall speak again. Thank you. Bye.